गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः. Salutations to the Lord, the entire Guru Parampara, especially our Sri Vidura Ji, who through Dhritarashtra giving all of us such a beautiful tips of wisdom for our better life, inner and outer, and equipping ourselves even for the purification of heart so that we may become qualified for the higher spiritual sadhanas. Whether we do spiritual sadhana reach or not, the minimum as a human being is we should sort out our inner and outer problems, dukkha, and also we should not become a liability burden to anybody around. And all that is done with wisdom. So he is giving those tips of wisdom for all of us. And he is talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9 quality, 8, 8, like that he is saying. And we have to ponder over them. And any of the wisdom, spiritual, worldly, won't stay if we don't repeat it regularly. We have to become one with that. नेचर बनाना है उसको, तभी जाकर वो हमेशा याद मदद करेगा. If not, what is the use of that knowledge which we remember when the incident is over? Is it not? Now, in this portion of 93, 94, 95 mantra, in the chapter 1, Shri Vidurji is telling about these are the 8 things which we do before we destroy ourselves. That means what? Become aware of these 8 and avoid them from your life and don't get destroyed. These are all related to our respect toward the saints and sages and the gurus and the acharyas and brahmanas. That sort of shloka it is. What he says, let us read. Before that, we saw yesterday what are the 7 doshas when a Raja has got, he will get destroyed himself. When he removes them, then only he will save. He says, Krutamulaha api Ishwaraha api. Even though they have strongly rooted themselves in some great achievements and they are the Ishwaras of the entire world. But these 7 things, if they come to them, doshas, then he will lose himself. Striyaha, Akshaha, Mrugaya, Panam, Vakparusham, Madchadandaha, Dandapaurusham, Arthadushanam. Yesterday we saw these 7 things. Now today the shloka is this. Ashtau Purva Nimittani Narasya Vinashishyataha Brahmanan Prathamam Dveshti Brahmanaischa Virudhyate Brahmanaswani Chadatte Brahmananscha Jigamsati Ramate Nindaya Chaisham Prashamsam Nabhinandati Nainan Smarati Krutyeshu Yachitaschabhyasuyati Etan Doshan Naraha Prajnaha Buddhyet Buddhva Visarjayet. When somebody becomes spiritual, they become so wise that wisdom makes them put to their points in different forms at different places. So here we can see the subtle indirect way of communicating by Vidurji, an intelligent way. Here the word used is Brahmana. Brahmana means the one who is Pandita, who is a Jnani, who is a Sadhu Purusha, who is in the Sannyasa Ashrama, who is living for the welfare of all, who is really knows the Brahma Tattva, the realized saint, or just born in Brahman family. सब है इसमें. उन ब्राह्मण के लिए. If these 8 shortcomings are done by us, then we are bringing destruction to us. So Shloka's first line is so interesting. He says, Ashtau Purva Nimittani Narasya Vinashishyataha. मतलब आगे जाकर सत्यानाश होने वाले मनुष्य को वो नाश होने से पहले वो ये 8 निमित्तों को करता है. These are the 8 causes or reasons because of which he is destroying himself. Then the last line says, Etan doshan naraha prajna buddhetu. Any human being who considers himself to wise first recognize these 8 doshas. Then Buddha, having known them, what is to be done? Visarjayet. He should give them up. So these are the 8 shortcomings because of which we destroy ourselves. A wise person is he who discovers all these 8 and avoids in his life. Visarjayet should give them up. Each of them. Then it's a huge subject of 2-3 hours discussion. I'll not tell all that, but literal meaning I tell, how much ever it is appealing to you, accept. At least out of 8, 1 or 2 may be appealing. At least at that place we protect, our destruction is reduced by 2/8 or 1/4. First is what? Brahmanan Prathamam Dveshti. The first cause of destruction is doing the Dvesha of the Brahmana. Brahmana means all this. The good people, the wise people, the spiritual people, the devoted people, the real estates, the ones who are threaded Brahmana variety, even them, उनका द्वेष करो तो नाश हो जाएगा. क्योंकि the Ishvara is seeing and Ishvara has made them as his own representatives. More so, when you do dvesha to them, you will do exactly opposite what they say, and what they say is for our own welfare. We do opposite of it, therefore we destroy ourselves. Here, in case of the medicine or a medical thing, or in a problem of disease, here the Brahmana is doctor himself. Because he is the only one who knows medication and he advises, and you, because you hate the doctor, you don't take medicine, then you only suffer. So the Brahmana is a wise person in that particular category, and in general a saintly divine person. Like at home, who is Brahmana? The father only, because he helps us, he guides us for right direction. So if you do the dvesha of your father, the Brahmana, it is lost to you only. Okay, because Pita, otherwise whether he has got maturity or not, with regarding to his children's guidance, he is always Brahmana. Okay, first one is Brahmana Dvesham, is the first cause of destruction. Second is what? Brahmanaischa virudhyate, contradiction with the Brahmanas. Virodha unse rakhna. Dvesha is inner vengeance and hatred. Very terrible, bitter hatred. Virudhyate means always contradicting and fighting. Virodha, what he says, I'll say something opposite. Virudhyate. Brahmanaischa virudhyate. In one of the some places, this bad habit is there. The sadhu sannyasi think they are greater than the Brahmana, which is very less, because sadhu, after knowing Shastra, you will not do. But all the Brahmanas, somehow, except exceptions few, they have a vilakshana virodha bhava with the sannyasis. And sometimes they say that the sannyasi is not born in Brahmana family, therefore I am greater than him. That type of attitude, not only they have attitude, they start doing that either dvesha or virodha. This I am telling in with my own life's experiences. The Brahmana, I've seen so many. They just have funny feeling. They think they are the everything of the universe. It is true, but that you should not claim. Others should say. You should remain humble throughout life. So to a sannyasi, he says everywhere is Bhagavan. So first is Brahmana Dveshi, second is Brahmana Vairudhya. Here Brahmana Vairudhya means doing things contradictory to the Vedas, to the injunctions. Second one. Third one is what? Brahmana Swanicha Adatte. The one who, the property belonging to the Brahmanas, the one takes away and indulges in them, enjoys them, he is the one who is destroying himself. Mute say, Nana. Any problem? Kumari, can you mute it? Hey, mute. Somebody mute her, admin. Host, mute karo. So, Swani Adatte. Be careful about the Brahmana's property. Touch भी नहीं करना उसको. सत्यानाश हो जाएगा. Swani Adatte. Fourth one, Brahmanas Jighamsati. Want to kill the Brahmanas. Because they talk about dharma and all, and these all other religious people are bent upon that. कुछ लोग तो कश्मीर में मार ही देते हैं और बाकी जगह पे कन्वर्ट वगैरह करने का कोशिश करते हैं ब्राह्मणों को. They are all destroying themselves. So Jighamsati is wanting to kill. Then Ramate Nindayacha Esham. Then they revel in insulting these Brahmanas. These are the fifth category. First is Brahmana Dveshi. Second is Virodhi. Third one takes away the property of Brahmana. Four is ready to kill him. Fifth one is Nindaya Ramate Esham. He revels in doing Ninda of Brahmanas. Brahmana, ये सब ऐसे ही कहते हैं. What do they know and all that? कभी निंदा नहीं कर. Sixth one is Prashamsam na Avinandati. If somebody is praising those Brahmanas, he doesn't like that Prashamsa. Sixth one. Seventh is na enan smarati krutyeshu. Very essential. This one. Whenever any work to be done, decision to be taken, if one is not consulting the Brahmanas or wise people, because even if you whatever you think is right, then if you take the approval from them, then it becomes authentic because they know Shastra. They have some special understanding because so many study of Shastra and hundreds of lives they have done so much upasana. Therefore, those who don't do the smarana of them or remembrance of them or contacting them for the final decision or even to begin with the advice only. वो लोग भी को भी आप घर बनानी है या विवाह इत्यादि करनी है, कुछ भी करना है उनको कंसल्ट करो. They will guide you well. Seventh one. The eighth one is yachitascha abhyasuyati. Even when Brahmana comes and asks for something, not only not giving but insulting, humiliating him. In eight of them, anyone is done, we get destroyed. All the eight, if you do, or be destroyed. Therefore, what is to understand the other way around? No, what the first one, Brahmanan Prataman Dveshti. Instead of that, have devotion from them. Brahmana is a viruddhyate, instead of having virodha, think in line with what they are saying. Then swacha adatte, instead of taking their wealth, which is called destruction, you give your dana to them as dhanam. Then Brahmanamsa jigamsati, no. See that the Brahmana Vamsha is made to live longer. Then Ramate Nindaya Chesha means even if anybody does the Ninda, you just shout at them and tell them not to do. Prashamsamsana Avinandati. You do Avinandana if somebody does Prashamsa. Yourself also should do Prashamsa because without those Brahmana Jati, do you think our Shastras, Vedas, the Yajna, Yaga, Upasana Paddhati, do you think they will survive or sustain in the world? इसलिए भूसुर कहते हैं उनको. They are the devatas on the earth, the Brahmanas. Bhagavan is in the truth. देखो, you have read Bhagavan in Bhagavata 100 times he said, the one who does dvesha to Brahmana have done to me. The one who feeds Brahmana, they have done feeding to me only. Hundreds of times it came. Respect them, revere them. They are the jewels, precious jewels of the world. Encourage them, respect them, ask them, request karo, Maharaj, ye puja kariye, anushthan kariye. If somebody is doing something, you can call them confidentially and discuss with them. And because of 2-3 things done wrong, don't totally discard and destroy them. Everybody on the earth will have some shortcomings. Everybody is trying to come out of. The only question are two differences are there. एक के पास 20 दुर्गुण है, जिसके पास 10 दुर्गुण है. इतना ही फर्क है, लेकिन दोनों में है. सेकंड फर्क क्या है? किसी का बाहर आया है, किसी का बाहर नहीं आया. That's only the difference. Somebody's negativities have become public, somebody's have not become. Just because he have not become public doesn't mean that he is a good person or all everything is wonderful. Our drishti should be changed. Whoever are good, keep on encouraging them. Whoever are bad, keep on helping them. Become good. The drishti in this way hai, so we don't do any of the non-positive things. So in this way, etan doshan naraha prajnaha buddhyet buddhva visarchayet. See to it that we are very careful regarding our dealing with the saints and sages, the Brahmana, the Gurus and all of them. Be respectful, reverential to them. And any faults in them, let the Lord take care. If you are authenticated, then do it in a respectful manner. Is it not? पूरा कल्चर धर्म सब भ्रष्ट हो जाता है. Okay, now next one. अष्टाभिमानि हर्षस्य नवनीतानि भारत वर्तमानानि दृश्यन्ते तान्येव स्वसुखान्यपि समागमश्च सखिभिः महान् शैवधनागमः पुत्रेण च परिष्वङ्गः सन्निपातश्च मैथुने समये च प्रियालापः स्वयूथ्येषु समुन्नतिः अभिप्रेतस्य लाभश्च पूजा च जनसंसदि अष्टौ इमानि हर्षस्य नवनीतानि भारत. These are the 8 things when we have, they give very, very happiness at that very moment. Navanitani Bharata, Navanita is butter. They are as soft and soothing like a butter. That butter is there in a Sanskrita only. Then from that only English it came. कि butter लगा रहा है, एकदम मक्खन लगा रहा है. He say the butter therapy. He putting the butter is घाव भरना या शांति पहुंचाना इत्यादि. So these are the 8 things we give, which give Astavimani Harshasya Navanitani, which give the base, which become basis for becoming happy. Then Vartamanani Drishyante Tani Eva Sukhanyapi, and they are instantaneously happiness giving ones. Then one, when becomes habitual to them, is always in happiness. These are the 8 things. So we have to try to get them. So earlier shloka spoke about 8 things which will destroy us. Here is talked about which act like Navanita to us and they give soothing effect and experience. Some of them to smaran karne se anand dete hain. Some of them when they come near to us, you really become happy. These are the 8 things. So if they are given to you, they are very precious, protect them. If they are not given to you, you just get them by all the efforts and live in a happy mood always. What are the 8 things? First one, samagamasya sakibihi. That is the spending time and meeting with our own sakhas. Sakha means saha khadati, saha kelati, saha kridati. The pals, the PAL, you know. Samagamasya sakibihi. How happy you feel with your own friend and sakha. And the friend is a great gift we give to ourselves. Without the friend, his life is empty only. होना चाहिए। ये मानो भगवान कृष्ण में सुदामा है, दोस्त बचपन का, कितना आनंद। वो अर्जुन को भी सुखा सखा कहते हैं। उम्र में कितना फर्क है दोनों का। ही विल से सखा टू इवन उद्धव जी। द जॉय ऑफ फ्रेंड इज अनपैरेलल। In some cases, the joy with the wife or the mother or father may be greater than with friend. But there some places, some things where the joy is more with the friend. उससे जो आप शेयर कर सकते हो, बात कर सकते हो, if that friend is really trustworthy, something different. है कि नहीं? And do you have or not such sakha in your heart, in your life? बनाओ किसी को, है कुछ ही, उनको हम छोड़ते हैं because our ego and all. We only are the culprits to give up our sakha friends. Hey, wonderful. And when nobody is there, including mother and father, sakha, like all the school, college friends, जो बच्चे लोग अपने दोस्तों के साथ, वो पापा मम्मी को भी शेयर नहीं करते कुछ चीजें. So that's also part of life, sakha. Like I am there, Swami. No, I can't share my miseries with you. You will run away. But do you think I'm always happy? I have my own problem. So I have one or two sakha. I'll talk to them. So they give some soothing solution, or just talking only relieves everything. Beautiful it is. Sakha. And when he calls you, phones you, what beautiful it is. You also become Sakha and do it. Second one is what? Mahan Shaiva Dhanagama. Second thing which is a giver of happiness is lot of earnings of the wealth. Is it not? देखो कैसे भी करो, through all investments or businesses, let maximum wealth come and be secured with the wealth व्यवहार में, ताकि उसका कोई doubt problem होना ही नहीं चाहिए. See, the aspect of Vairagya, where we give up everything, go for meditation, the aspect of spiritual sadhana, where we do lot of charity, they are different. That class is different. But in general, wealth always gives happiness and security. And possess it, and that can make you do charitable deeds. Avoid the negative things which are possible with the wealth. It's okay. But Mahan Dana Samagamaha, Mahan Shaiva Dhanagamaha. Lot of wealth. It's beautiful. इसमें मजा ही अलग होता है, उसका चस्का अलग होता है. दैट गिव्स हैप्पीनेस. नो, इट्स नॉट सेड एज पक्का ऐसा इसलिए बहुत पैसे कमाते उसी में फंसो, ऐसा नहीं कह रहे हमारे हैं विदुर जी. इज जस्ट टेलिंग हाउ अ पर्सन्स लाइफ बिकम्स हैप्पी बिकॉज नो मनी आर सो मिजरेबल. हर एक चीज के लिए वो कोशिश करना पड़ता है. 10 रुपए की चीज भी 1 रुपए 2 रुपए बचाने का पड़ता है. इज इट नॉट योर सफिशिएंट वेल्थ? बनाना कितने का? इज 100 रुपए किलो या 100 रुपए डजन, या डजन होते हैं नॉर्थ में किलो. क्या है 100 150 ले लें. यू गिव दैट फीलिंग सो हैप्पी बिकॉज यू हैव द वेल्थ. विदाउट बार्गेनिंग व्हेन यू बाय द थिंग्स यू आर वेल्दी. नहीं है वेल्थ तो यू ऑलवेज बार्गेन एंड अल्टीमेटली 5 रुपए के यहाँ वो बनता नहीं, बात छोड़ के आ जाते. नो वेल्थ. द अदर डे समवेयर आई वेंट, मेरे को 5 रुपए फर्क लगा, मैं खरीदा नहीं, मैं तो आ गया वहां से. He was looking at me. I said, "Don't look at me, Appu. Look at me, Don. Swami, I can't spend money waste like that." because it belongs to somebody. It's not me, mine. So samagamaha dhanascha. Third one is what? Dhanagama, sorry. Putrena cha parishvangaha. The third happiness is what? When you hug your son. You know? There, the love means he's gone to school from there he came, or he is in a hostel from there he came, or he came with a trophy to home, or a good progress card, success. Putra, because my own expression it is. The joy of. समटाइम तो जॉय इतना मजा आता है गुरु महाराज सबको छोड़ देते पुत्र क्या पौत्र को ही पकड़ के लोग फंसे रहते दे डोंट कम टू माय क्लास पुत्रेण परिश्वंगा the hug of the it's all you have to understand them outside and inside. Sometimes you may not hug outside, but inside you feel that oneness with the child, son. That is the ananda. It includes everything. When you yourself bedridden, son came to ask where you feel so happy, मेरा बेटा आया मेरे को जानने के लिए. Includes all his phone call. Parishvanga is the embracing. It includes everything. Putreshu parishvangaha. Then putrena cha. Then sannipatascha maithune. Then the sukha of wife and husband. At that moment. Then he says about samayecha priyalapaha. See, at the right time, the good words spoken by somebody. When I am miserable, somebody came and gave the words of encouragement, let us say, not wisdom. Wisdom सबके पास होता है. At the time of misery, don't give wisdom to others. They'll become more miserable. Give them empathy, sympathy, kindness. See to it that they come out of it. ज्ञान नहीं देना उनको. कोई चोट लगा रो रहा है कहना मत उसको तू देह नहीं है तू आत्मा है. That time first उसको ठीक करो. फिर उसके बाद जब मौका मिले तो वेदांत. So at the right time, if somebody consoles us, cajoles us, talks to us, और उसमें क्या है ना थोड़ा ईगो होता है कि we don't say our problem to others. Then how can they know and help? क्या होता है इन जगह में? We trust our mind and ego and we feel egoistic and we say, no, I'll not contact Swami and I'll not tell him my problem and I don't need his help. ये खुजली ये एक्जिमा क्यों होना है? Why this disease? Why do you want to trust people? Why don't you trust God through the people? Why don't we take their help? देखो 100% if they not do 10% help करेंगे 10% also is reduction in the dukkha, no? It doesn't mean that you go on telling your problems to everyone become meaningless or weak in front of others. वो वाला नहीं कह रहे. But when you are giving something, you ask. And always it is your freedom to maintain your dignity and accept whatever they say or reject it. वो तो है ही. But कोशिश करने में कोई गड़बड़ नहीं ना. I am going through some bad patch. So talk to sir, I am like this. What's your advice? Then he'll say, oh, this is the situation. I am with you. These are the few things that can be done. खत्म बात. कभी कभी तो 10 दिन के प्रॉब्लम 1 मिनट के फोन कॉल से खत्म होता है. But 1 minute problem we extend for 1 month or 1 year because we are egoistic. We don't want to talk to others. Therefore, we don't get help from others. These isolated families, frustrated with each other, wife and husband, stupid fellows. The wife never talks to her parents, the husband never talks to his parents. They get cocooned only. क्योंकि सब दोनों को छोड़कर आ गए ना बेवकूफ लोग. Then दम घुट के मरते रहते. And with some education of the outer world and with some job and money, they think they know more than the elders. Remember, elders' words won't work. Their presence works. Their goodwill works. Their inner love and intention works in removing our misery, which is not visible to us. Therefore, we don't trust them. They stay somewhere and they extend a prayer. भगवान मेरे बेटे का ठीक हो जाए. वो काम करता है वो. He may not be Maha Tapasvi or yogi, but to that child is a mother, father. So they will have that practiced tapasya of love for that children. That works for them. When he says neighbor का बच्चा ठीक हो जाए वो नहीं होगा but मेरा बच्चा ठीक हो जाए क्योंकि with child from so long in life he has developed that affinity that works there but they don't tell. In life, please remember I told you 2-3 months back somewhere some other context maybe AC class. For medical advice you must have a doctor. Totally, he should know all your history, all your nonsense so that he can prescribe what we are doing. For legal advice you should have one lawyer if at all. For spiritual advice, one guru you should have. For the professional advice, some senior should be there. For values, somebody should be there. And somebody should be there to console during the hours of testing. Is it not? चार पांच, और उन्हें दो तीन लोग ही दो तीन काम कर सकते हैं तो बढ़िया है. And only one person can do all, which is very rare, because that person may not be there. Even if he's there, a guru can be all in one, but we may not surrender to him all the time, or some of the things we may not able to take help from him. Sometimes in the application, it's a type of hesitation come. How can I ask my guru about the business? Especially I started it without asking him. So that time the other professional fellow should help you. Keep those people. Okay? Samaye cha, this is called Samaye cha priyalapaha is the next one. Next one, Swayutyeshu samunnatihi. Swayutyeshu samunnati means what? Those who are equaled with respect, getting the respect from them. It's a beautiful one. Those who are equivalent to us, getting respect from them is the next one. Then abhipretasya labhascha. Abhipretasya labha, whatever you are desiring, that is going on, happening. Whatever you are expecting, वो होता जाता है, तो आप instantaneous खुश हो जाते हो. So first one is what? समागमश्च सखिभिः, friends के साथ मिलना. महान सैव धनागमः, good wealth is being earned. पुत्रेण परिष्वङ्गः, hugging the child. सन्निपातश्च मैथुने. Then समये च प्रियालापः, fifth one. Sixth is स्वयुथ्येषु समुन्नतिः, in your own colleagues, getting that respect, reverence. Then abhipretasya labhaha, whatever you are planning, that you are getting. Last eighth one is puja cha jana samsadi, in the public when you have got the respect and reverence. Earlier one what is said, swayutyeshu samannati, is the respect among the colleagues, because colleagues के बीच में लगता है तो लगता है friendship, नहीं तो with some reason of jealousy, as long as they are there, they only are fighting with each other. But if they accept your greatness and acknowledge it, Swayuteshu Samunnatihi, then it always gives joy. That Samunnati is not only getting respect from them, some value and love. Like 7 of them are meeting the friends. They are not starting their food. Why? The 8th one has not come. Then they call. अरे अभी आए नहीं तुम, तुम्हारे हम वेट कर रहे हैं. That is called Samunnati. अगर ऐसे आएगा अपने टाइम में, let us start, हम तो आ गए ना, that means उसको समुन्नति नहीं है. That sort of feeling. Swayuteshu Samunnati. At the time of help also they will give him. At the time of help required also they take from him. यार तुम ही हो मेरे को help करने वाला हो. Or in such type of celebrations they call him. Without you we can't. That feeling of अपने झुंड में having that special importance. And that is in the झुंड of 8, 7 ना सबको importance होता है. Because the 7 or 8 are not 7 or 8, they are one. Like we 5 are one. For me, every one of you in my झुंड only. So I want everyone have to be regularly coming, listening, learning, growing. So these are the 7th one, 6th one. Then abhipretasya labhaha. Whatever you are planning, you are getting it. Last one, puja cha jana samsadi. In general, you are recognized and respected for your values, for your dignity, for your contribution to society, for your spirituality. All of that, that also gives the happiness. Okay, yeah? फिर now the shloka one. अष्टौ गुणाः पुरुषं दीपयन्ति, प्रज्ञा च कौल्यं च दमश्रुतं च पराक्रमश्च बहुभाषिता च दानं यथा शक्ति कृतज्ञता च. In the next shloka, he again tells about 8 gunas, purusham deepayanti, which make a person bright, brilliant, more glowing for himself and the world. 8 gunas will make him pradipayukta, glow more and more. The opposite of it is what? The glow is slowly going on, faded away. In the lamp, it's filled with oil, glow. As the oil is ending, bujh jata. So these are the 8 gunas. When you have, you will be always pradipayanti. You will glow within and glow outside. What are they? I'll just name them. Tomorrow we'll see. Prajna, Kausalam, Damaha, Shrutam, Parakramaha, Abahubhashita, Danam, Yathashakti, Krutagnata. Danam, Yathashakti, Krutagnata. These are the 8 ones. What is they? What are they? कल इनको देखेंगे. Thank you very much. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Yes, friend.